Hello, welcome back to Blender Studio Live. Today I want to share with you this process of using AI tools to create some kind of concept art, right? So I've been using DiffusionBee and also PlaygroundAI online. So to generate all kind of things that I could imagine. Today I'm actually experimenting with the doodle. I like to do this kind of doodle. It's very basic, like kids doodle, but it's quick way. It's really quick way to do this. To put whatever I have ideas in mind and into like a comics. So I draw something earlier today, and then I just pass it into AI using image to image. This is what I get in return. Of course, I did some kind of prompt, and what I'm trying to draw is like a vending machine, but with maybe with eyes. I don't know. It's like waving a flag, but it has like this pet droid. Yeah, I don't know. He looks happy, but anyway, I just pass it into AI, so it's generating something that's based on my doodle. I'm not too happy with this because it's a little bit flat. It's just another doodles. It's not bad, but can be improved, right? So the next step that I did was actually kind of interesting, is to pass this into another AI that's generating color. Okay, it's called Petalica Paint. Okay, so I passed it and I get colorized version. Of course, I could do this myself. I can paint random noise, but still maintaining the figure. And yeah, but yeah, anyway, this is all AI job, and then I just pass it again online. I use PlaygroundAI and I am generating more stuff. Yeah, all kind of weird looking robot. Okay, using different prompt, like this one is a little bit stylized with watercolor. I really like this stage actually. It generates more ideas about what I really want to create. I really don't know what I'm creating, but I know it's gonna get into something. So I tried something that's more realistic, and of course it gives me something that's more realistic. So it's like a vending machine. Normally some people or crowds gather around vending machine. There's little robots. Yeah, I really like this one. This one is almost like a final piece. And yeah, but I also like this stage, like where it's still pretty abstract. We don't know where this is going, but it still needs to look like a vending machine. I thought that's the key ideas, but at this stage I kind of know where this one is going. It's a vending machine robot that's kind of alive, and then there's a little robot companion. Yeah, they're like friends or something. But this one was generated using DiffusionBee. So from this image, I just pass it into DiffusionBee, and then my prompt is actually the one that's kind of interesting. Okay. Okay, yeah, this one failed because I just made up changes. Let me see, what did I did wrong? Okay, let me do this again. I'm gonna save this very quickly. This is the new one, new robot. Usually I make a folder and call it robot machine. I call it SD because it's a stable diffusion. Just gonna save this one. This could be a vending machine, but in this case I'm actually using Blender to create something that's a little bit more solid, and this is the prompt. And I will tell it, okay, input strength can be 0.3. You can increase it to 0.4 if you're, or 0.5 if you already know if your artwork is closer to what you imagine this to be. Otherwise, 0.3 is kind of between your original artwork like this, and then use the prompt to reimagine the artworks or make like some kind of dreams. Okay, so With the same prompt, I actually jump into Blender, right? And I create something like this. Super basic, but this is more solid, and I can adjust this in 3D. So it's like a 3D composition now. It's pretty basic, but of course this is 3D, and yeah, I made some adjustment. I think I could make the eyeballs and the arms and legs. This could be also interesting to try. I could make a cone, make a little hat for this guy. If this cone is too kind of doesn't have personality, it's just like a simple cone, we can use remesh modifier and then just make the voxel bigger. I don't know, sometimes I do this. You don't need to do this, but it's adding some roughness. Now this starting to resemble on eyes of the robot. Anyhow, we don't need to do that. Oh yeah, the line art. Since I think my background is really like I doodle a lot with the hard lines. Some people start with painting a lot, doing painting a lot. I start by doing comics a lot using pens, and I really like solid lines like this. This is of course using line art scribbles of grease pencil. We can add some randomizations to this guy using noise. Yeah, so this a little bit more stylized. Adjust the string thickness, noise scale, so it's becoming more like hand drawn. But this is actually without the line art. It's just basic objects. So if you want to make something like this, you can follow. You can actually add materials and stuff. But what I did was take a snapshot of this screenshot and then passed it into DiffusionBee. It's still generating something. It took around 4 minutes on my machine, but I'm still rendering. I'm actually doing a capture as well. So I took a screenshot anyway, and then I send it to this Petalica Paint. This is also another AI that's generating color, shading it based on this still 2D image. Okay, it's no longer 3D, it's 2D now. But you can pass this into something like DiffusionBee or PlaygroundAI and try to create something. So I want to show you the process anyway, because it's like a it's a Blender tutorial, but also something else. So when you create a new 3D scene in Blender, you have the default cube. Okay, as usual, you can drag it up, you position it. You can use the tool, but I'm using a shortcut. I will duplicate this using Shift D, put it on the top, make it smaller. I don't know, maybe the robot have bigger head. The robot is talking to the little one, so the little one is made of sphere. Save this very quickly. Composition. Maybe this robot have like a cylinder arms. I think doing composition like this in VR might be faster and easier if you have the tools, if you know the tools. Otherwise, just do it in Blender like this. It's super basic, but I'm trying to prove a point that we can perhaps use AI to generate something that's interesting. basic compositions. You know, kids. So the father, this guy over here is like a vending machine. I don't know. Go to edit mode, select the face, maybe subdivide it or split. Oh, use knife tool, loop cut, make a cut, and then switch to face and select inset, right click, extrude face along normal. I haven't done modeling for a while. Anyway, so this guy looks very rigid, doesn't have any solid things, so I will just gonna remesh it. Yeah, it's a quick way. Same with this guy. Anyway, this guy just gonna subdivide, select this face, inset, extrude face along normal. Yeah, the most basic thing you can create. Remesh, shade smooth. Yeah, anyhow, yeah, this, we get this, and then create a plane, floor. You can create wall and a little bit of background as well, but I think this should be enough. Anyhow, here I'm gonna select all by type, mesh, and move it into group using M, create new collections and call it group. So we have this group. I'm gonna jump inside the camera and my camera is not square. I will make it square. Lock the camera to view. Adjust my camera. So we have compositions. You can create light and shadows if you want to, just for realism. We have light already. Okay, light and sunlight. So we have double light. That's okay, just for 3D. And the compositions can be better, but that's okay. You can add texture and things like that, but for now this should be enough. Create a screenshot. Or you know what, we might be able to send this into AI using our method from the other day, AI render. So I haven't tested this. Enable, let's try. Okay, when I click this, yeah, I'm gonna start creating stable diffusions. It's gonna send it to DreamStudio. Okay, just like this guy. Okay, it's already creating something based on this image, which is kind of cool, I guess. Okay, we have this prompt. Let's try paste this in there, turn this off for now, save, set image to 512 by 512. Okay, you're ready to start rendering. Render image. Composition is very basic. Oh, I know what's gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen. Yeah, it's generating this basic stuff, basic render, which is still, I think it's pretty cool. We can image similarity, we can increase this image similarity to 0.4. Apply preset style. We want something that's a little bit more realistic, steampunk-ish. I don't know. Just gonna throw all the ideas that I have in mind. Look, it's generating render based on that. If we want to change the design, go back to 3D viewport, go back to the camera. Let's adjust this. Oh, go back to the camera and then turn on camera to view, lock the camera to view. We have this. This is what I mean. Currently it's really basic. It doesn't even render with the line art because I forgot something. Yeah, anyway, it's generating. I forgot to do the line art. So F3 line art, create a collection line art, and I will adjust this line art so it's using this group collections. So we have something, yeah, the Blender can work with. So whatever seen through the camera will have this line art, and I want to add a bit of noise. Render. It would be nice if we add a bit of color, but otherwise it really just gonna use our robot design and create render based on the camera angle and basic solid model like this. The design is of course based on the prompt that we specify here, and it's sending our screen capture, or it's sending our render into their server, yeah, DreamStudioAI, and it's doing this stable diffusion online. If you are doing it offline, however, like what I'm doing here, DiffusionBee can do the job for you. This is actually even better. So what I forgot to show you, okay, from here, from this stage, even without any color, without any lighting, maybe we have a bit of shadow that we forgot to use. If I take a screenshot and I send this into this web called Petalica Paint, it's gonna do the painting for us and colorize our screenshot 2D still image. Now, now this will be better. So if we jump into DreamStudio or into another one like PlaygroundAI, you should be able to dream something based on the image. For example, where's image to image? Let's try something very quickly. This is just quick idea. Okay, see this one is coming from here, already colorized. We want to dream this. Copy paste, let it dream and creates predictions, whatever. But the AI should understand our context and make it all kind of dreams based on that. We can adjust the scale. I think, where's the weight? Let's randomize the seed. Or CFG scale adjust how much is closer to your image. Okay, this is a step. Stabilization. Oh, the model is actually pretty high, 1.5. There should be another setting here to control the weight of the image. Like if I use PlaygroundAI, okay, create. I will create image to image. Once again, this basic image. So there's image strength. By default, it's 0.3 or 30%. Stable diffusion is being used. Copy paste the prompt. The prompt is, you know, watercolor painting of humanoid vending machine and small robot pet standing blah blah blah. Masterpiece Greg Rutkowski for the lighting, I think. So anyhow, this we can adjust the quality details, prompt guidance, filter, delicate details. So every AI tools like that's online have a different interface. You might already familiar with DreamStudio. You're maybe more familiar with PlaygroundAI, but anyhow, it's you can create multiple. Keep the image private for now. Generate. So yeah, now you can see the step. Okay, the one that's working on my machine seems okay. DiffusionBee result for these guys looks really nice. The vending machine or whatever, like a video game machine here, is becoming like a real kind of concept art. Same thing with this, based on our quality details setting here and prompt guidance and image strength, we can make it as close to the original image from Blender. Let me save this. So Blender connected to DreamStudio using this AI render add-on is also, I think it's already pretty cool. It's just prompt strength can be higher. Image similarity 0.4 is nice. Let's do another render. This is of course using credits to render with grease pencil. Enable combines and C passes. Okay. Make this really strong. Just gonna render again. So this is okay. I think the result is looking really basic because why? Remember, this is not bad. Remember, we didn't use this Petalica Paint. That's the missing step in Blender. I wish that we have this AI inside Blender just to blur, just add some colorations. I think this is gonna be really cool. Workflow. DreamStudio is creating something, and yep, back to this guy. I reduce my image strength, increase the prompt guidance, and create again delicate details. If I enable delicate details, here's the thing, okay, our prompt also matters. Our prompt says watercolor painting. Maybe we should say hyper realistic portrait of, okay, hyper realistic painting. Maybe we don't need all this color. We can say perfect compositions, 8K artistic photography, photorealistic. Let's remove concept art. Let's remove Greg Rutkowski. Delicate details usually added extra prompt anyhow. So let's try generate. So we can generate 8 at the same time. I already quite like this concept art. This is something that you will need to recreate inside Blender, or this could be your final artwork. Maybe not, but it's really up to you whether you want to keep this concept art or you want to recreate this inside Blender. I actually really like this. We can actually upscale by 2. Okay, yeah, it's trying to make it more realistic, but in reality, if you like, let's say you like this one, you can use this as image to image, and then from there we continue to generate something that's a little bit more realistic or not less realistic. Let's don't say painting, let's say hyper-realistic photo or portrait of humanoid vending machine, small robot, perfect composition, delicate details, generate. We can use Spielberg, generate. Maybe we'll have something that's more realistic if you want to. It doesn't need to be realistic, but you can try. See, image strings, increase this, prompt guidance, quality and details, artistic photography, composition of Octane renders, soft natural, neon maker, generate. Sometimes PlaygroundAI can actually complain as well on our prompt. If it's okay, it's creating something that's kind of not safe for work, it's gonna stop working. Yeah. I have a feeling you can just get rid of all of this, increase the prompt guidance, reduce the image strings. The smaller the image strings, the more the AI will try to use its own dream and imaginations and just make it more realistic or not realistic. It's totally depends on. I'll say, okay, even though there is no Kim Jung-gi here, we can say Kim Jung-gi, Greg Rutkowski, we need an artist that really knows how to design a robot, and then so we need to put that in the prompt. So maybe we'll have something that's a little bit more interesting. So Lexica art, for example, if we search for realistic cyberpunk robot, yeah, still it's 3D, it's getting there, but if we want something that's a little bit crazy, like this robot, I need robot cyberpunk mecha, yeah. I'm trying to make something very quickly and copy URL, oh, copy prompt, go back to our robot. It's gonna totally change the look of this steampunk retro futuristic Sid Mead, Norman Rockwell, trending on art stations, generate. It's gonna totally change the look. I don't know, from this vending machine that's looking kind of like kid drawing, but it's very imaginative. It's gonna turn into something else completely. I'm gonna get rid of the crowds. Humanoid, steampunk retro futuristic vending machine by Sid Mead and Norman Rockwell. We can also say Mitz Myers. Generate. I don't know what's the result's gonna be. Maybe if I reduce the image strings even lower than 0.3, it's gonna create dreams that's totally based on the imagination of the robot, right? So this one, look, if we scroll back, yeah, from the basic concept art, remember how we started with just box, whoops, yeah, inside Blender, and how we evolve it into something that's realistic and cyberpunk-ish. There we go. It's really weird that it works like this, but yeah, still I found it also fascinating. Let's try Radian Symmetry. We need to experiment with the prompt. Yeah, this one's still like a concept art, but you can find more inspirations and try it yourself. Personally, I like the original with the basic design like this. This could be like the final artwork, but if we keep pushing it like into steampunk or other things, also it's gonna create unlimited variations for you. So this is why I think the AI tool is really powerful. Just need to kind of use it the right way. I don't know, you can use it whatever you like, but it's interesting just to be able to do this. Okay, so yeah, I guess it's summarized all what I want to say today. So hopefully you find it useful. Again, to summarize it, you start with the basic doodle, basic ideas, what you want to draw to create, and you want to create, and then through AI process, we can really convert it into something that's maybe more artistic, more aesthetics, and realistic. At this point, it's up to you whether you want to remodel this inside Blender. Maybe I should do that. I should spend some time to create this as 3D and then upload it. I don't know. So the whole thing is my idea, right? It's a robot vending machine and with a little robot. It's a pet robot. I don't know. Maybe it's a parents and kid. But yeah. That's the whole process. You can come out with something else that's better than this simple prompt. But hopefully you find this useful. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.